Okay, let me try it. Yeah.
Yeah, this actually happened.
Skate and Matcha was fantastic. Really, really nice event. I met some very nice ladies. Got some time to skate. I haven't been on skates in a long time, so that was fun. I'm from America, so we did the electric slide and it was really, really fun. We had matcha, which I never had before. The whole event was really, really nice. I definitely would come back and do this again with Matty. It was very fun. Thanks for having me.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, and welcome to my No Shrinking Diary. Yesterday, I hosted my very first skate and wellness event, and I can't even tell you how crazy it has been to make this thing happen. Like, it's been out of this world. I don't know about you, but when you have a crazy idea in your head about something that you've been wanting to do for a really, really long time, and you have it in your mind, you tend to come across all sorts of situations, things that are gonna like blow your mind, things that are gonna be opposing to what you want to do, things that are gonna make you question yourself, even things that are gonna make you think, am I doing the right thing, Matty? Or am I doing the right thing, John? Is this really what I signed up for? And having a vision and putting it into action is completely two different things. I had this vision 6 months ago about having some kind of skate stroke wellness and confidence event. And it wasn't exactly what I planned. But let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, Saturday, 16th of May, had the pleasure to host the first Skate and Matcha event in Accra, in Ghana, where I'm currently living. We had 20 people show up. We had coaches, sponsors, influencers, and 7 women who came and paid for the full experience, and they absolutely loved it. Like, every single one of them left wanting more and asking for the next edition. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Tonight I'm going to tell you the whole story. And the reason why it blew my mind most of is because there was so many kind of oppositions to the idea that this could happen, and I wasn't even sure if it was going to go through. So I was starting to doubt a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of crazy things happened. Like, pretty crazy things happened. From my venues being the most problematic, just the whole process of bookings, working in Ghana for the first time and finding things really differently. And to the point where I have to say that yesterday, the day before, we had rain like severe rain. And when it rains in Accra, it rains quite heavily. Like, it's not even a joke. It's not funny. So when it rains, it pours. And it pours for like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 hours. Your umbrella will not help you. And I found myself stressed the whole week, couldn't sleep, and realizing that, wow, I personally do not have control over what is actually happening in this current organization event that I'm trying to do. I really have no control. It's only God that has control. So it really made me realize something, that I had to really let go of everything. But let me tell you why this event exists, so you get an idea of like where I'm coming from. So I don't know where you're watching from, if you're probably watching on the replay, or if you're watching for the first time. I'd love to get a little hi or hello or a little thumbs up, just to know that you are here and around. Or even just a little comment if you're watching me for the first time. So let me tell you how I came with this concept. So 5 years ago, I was suffering from fibroid, and the NHS, which is the National Health Service in the UK, misdiagnosed me, and I almost thought that I was going to lose my womb. And also, like, when they were advising me about my recovery, they told me that it would be really hard and really painful, because I am 45 and I'm a Black woman, and it's a lot harder for Black women to recover. Hey, Jen, it's good to see you. So if you watch me going like this, I'm using 2 screens. I'm trying to use one. So that's why I'm looking all over the place. Yes, so that was like the big difficulties that I had with the National Health Service in the UK. And when the recovery happened, they didn't advise me properly. I didn't know what to do. And I was addicted to sugar. And they told me there was high chances that I would come back, and that, that my hormones will never fully be balanced. And then I might have to get through menopause, you name it. So I turned to AI. And I put information into the AI, into ChatGPT, about what I wanted for my recovery. And AI gave me some ideas about what I was already doing, like skating, clean eating, sleeping well, and building the hormone balance. And that's when I came up with a plan to eat well and have fun and become healthy. And when I tell you skating saved my life, it really did. Like, it really, really did save my life. I was already skating before the illness, but I used it for my recovery, and it really helped. Like, it was one component, it wasn't everything, but it made like exercising fun. Like, it was my mental health source. It was building me. It was helping me in so many ways. But also eating well, sleeping, and having the hormone balance. That's really, really crucial if you suffer from these things. And it took me 7 to 8 months. And I went from 100 kilos to drum roll, 25 kilos. Woo! Can I get a woo in the chat? Hi, Diane. Hi. It's good to see you. See my people in there. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes. So it went through. Yeah, I went through from 100 kilos to 25 kilos in about 8 months, and I'm smaller than before my operation. I'm actually smaller than before 2018. That's like when I was 38, and it just blows my mind. But I managed to keep the weight off and keep balance for a whole year, because it would be April this year when I started my recovery, and it's been life transforming. And so I realized that many Black and African women needed this, and not everybody has access to something that is wellness. And a lot of people look at wellness as a luxury. They look at wellness as something that doesn't necessarily, what's the word? Is not accessible to everybody. You see what I mean? Do you agree with me? So when I came up with the idea of Skate and Matcha, I wanted something that is community led because I love skating, but I also wanted something that, you know, was different and that could provide not just the fun elements, but the wellness elements. So yes, that's the idea for Skate Matcha, is less stress and more glow. Can I get a less stress and more glow in the comment if you're watching, or if you're watching on replay, say less stress, more glow. So yes, it took, oh my God, how long did this take? It took way too long to happen. The very first edition I started. Yes, Jen, I lost 25 kilo. That is correct. You can see it in my face. You can see it in my collarbone. Like, yeah, 25 kilos, babes. That is exactly how much I lost. So, yeah, it's been, when I first had this idea, back in June, when I first came to Accra for the first time, and I just had a vision, guys. I just had this vision, and I didn't even know. Like, I just saw all the skaters community in Accra, and I'm already part of a skater community in the UK, which is really big. But I had this vision that it was possible. Anyway, cut a long story short, I was talking to one of my skate friends, and I was like telling him, like, sharing some plans, but not everything. And I just started writing, and February, I talked about it on TikTok, and the TikTok video went viral, like mini viral. Like, I woke up and it was like 3,000, 4,000 views, and like 100 comments, and 200 likes, and like 20 shares. And I had 30 DMs on TikTok. Like, I've never had that before on TikTok. It was mad. Yes, I went from 100. Yes, that's correct. That's correct, hon. I went from 100 kilos. 100 kilos. So I lost 25 kilos. Yes, that's correct. So that would mean I would be 70. No, all right, 75. Yeah, correct. So yes, that's how much I lost. So yeah, so I posted this video on TikTok, and it went mini viral, and I had loads of comments, loads of DMs, and I just wanted to do a small thing. And so I started inviting people, and not knowing, you know, the landscape of Ghana, the way things work in Ghana, I was pretty much saying I hit my head. I hit my head. I was way in over my head, as they say, like really way in over my head. I didn't know how to organize things properly in Ghana, even though I've got experience of doing that in the UK. I didn't know how to transfer people from the DM conversation to the buying conversation. I promise you, it was a challenge. It was a serious challenge. I found myself like questioning what the hell I was doing. And the event was February, 3 weeks for the event. And only one person turned up, and that was my closest friend. I'm not gonna lie, that was February 2026. Only one person turned up. And we skated, we got our matchas, and I felt for a second, Matty, you have completely failed. Like, yeah, definitely did. But being the person that I am not a quitter. I fail a lot. And I guess those are the skills and the strength that you need to be a confidence coach, which I am, and a leader in what you do. So you got to fail a lot. And failing is not the issue. It's the getting up. Now, in skating, when you're doing skating, in the skating community, we have something called floor tax. Yeah? Yes, that's correct, Genevieve. 75 kilos. Floor tax. Floor tax means anytime you fall, doesn't matter what level you are at in skating. Like, you could be the worst skater, and most people think that when you're a beginner skater, you will fall all the time. You'll get floor tax. That's the price you pay to become a better skater. However, in the land of skating, everybody gets floor tax. You get 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 floor tax. For all the skaters that are watching this video, they know exactly what I'm talking about. We all have to pay floor tax. It doesn't matter how good you are. It just means that the more experienced and the more pro skaters, when they fall with class. They make it look good, and then they get back up again as if it was a move, but they really fell. So, sorry, but it's the funniest thing, but that's literally what professional skaters do in this whole thing of skating. So that's literally what happens. So they experience floor tax and they get back up. So I got a lot of floor tax, and I got hurt like bad, big time, February. So I started talking to various Ghanaians who are in business. One guy I used to talk to, he was into marketing. He used to help me and give me some advice. And he said, my idea is fantastic. And I started asking him, I started questioning to understand my audience, because obviously coming from from a UK background, I understand the UK audience really well. But in Ghana, I'm still figuring it out, and I don't fully understand everything. So the culture, there's something that happens in Ghana. Sorry, my Ghana people, I gotta air you out. Yeah, you know I love you, but I gotta tell on you, right? I gotta tell the truth. Ghanaians in Ghana, if they're not interested, they'll just ghost you. Like, seriously. Oh, you think ghosting is like a 2029 or a 2000 kind of thing? No. That's a Ghanaian thing. Like, if they don't want to do something, they'll just ghost you. They'll just say, yeah. This is their favorite phrase. I'll let you know. When someone says that to you, you know that they're not coming back. They're not coming back. I'll let you know is like, it's not going to happen. It's yeah, that's it. But you can always circle around a few times to see if it works, but it might just not be the time, or it might be too expensive, or they just don't get it. So to let you know is the idea is great, but it just won't come to fruition. So I learned from those mistakes. I talked to a lot of people. I started really trying to understand the culture, because the most important thing was to understand the culture, to speak my audience's language. If you don't understand your audience's culture and language, you never, ever sell. You'll never get them to join you. You'll never get them to believe in your idea. And I had to do a crash course in learning my audience, which is what I did. So as I was learning, as I was planning, I started talking to people. I started putting the idea out there. People were interested still. And then I started talking about it into group. But something that I've learned that was absolutely crucial was you've got to believe in your vision like a mad person, like an obsessed person. Anybody ever seen a mad person before? Now I understand why people call me crazy sometimes, because I have crazy ideas. You guys know what I mean, yeah? Because you guys, if you watch my video, I always have crazy ideas, and then I try to put them into practice, and then you know the rest. So when you have a vision, you've got to be completely crazy. You have to be completely obsessed. more obsessed than the people that you're talking to. Like, your idea has to be so crazy and you have to believe in it so much that everybody else start to believe in it. In your mind, it may look like a fantasy, and it may look like a fantasy to other people, but you've got to get to the point where you can't allow that to happen. You cannot afford to doubt yourself. And I found myself convincing my doubtful self that, Matty, you better shut up and just get on board with this idea, because that's what we're going to do. That is exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, there's no other way. The other thing I've had to learn the hard way is the negotiation with some of the businesses, which I tell you, it's been a handful. It has been a handful. But let me break it down a little bit of what happened so I can tell you the rest. So yesterday, for our Skate and Matcha event, I'm going to give you a little picture. I showed you at the very beginning. If you saw the clip, we had an introduction, trying to get to know people, understanding where people are. I bought some skates. I managed to get these skates at the very last minute. I got a favor from someone I did some work with back in December, and I managed to get skates for them, for my attendees. But that was hard. So we had Soul Train entrance, we had stretching and wellness, etc., etc. We had, as you can see at the beginning, I had some bubbles time. We had skating games, and we had the electric slides, also known as the line dance for the British people, but really it's electric slides. So we had that. And then we had swimming. We had the swimming pool for the people that wanted to relax afterwards. Lots of really good music. And we had free matchas from our sponsors, Love Matcha Ghana. They're a franchise in South Africa, and they're right here in Ghana, and they sponsored us for the events. So we got lots of free matches, which was absolutely wonderful. The sponsors were there. Big up Hope and her brother, Barrister. You guys, absolutely amazing. If you watch this video, I love you guys, and you're my people. So we had the matches, and then we had brunch, lovely brunch, healthy brunch. I really believe in the healthy part and the wellness, because the whole process of me getting back on my feet was eating well and eating something that I can eat every day. I don't believe in people not eating the food that they're naturally born with. When I say that, I mean the food from your culture. So if you're Caribbean, you eat rice and peas, eat the rice and peas. Eat the rice and peas with the jerk chicken. Just make sure there's enough callaloo accompanying all the rice and peas and the jerk chicken. Okay? Let's make sure, yeah? If you are Congolese, eat the kwanga. Eat the kwanga. Okay? Eat the kwanga and the chicken, as long as you have pondu. Okay? As long as you've got spinach next to it, eat it. If you're Ghanaian, eat the fufu, eat the banku, and eat the vegetables and the chicken as well. Yeah, that's what I truly encourage. You've got to balance. The problem is not the food that we eat. The problem is the quantity that we eat as African or Black people. It's how you eat it. Like, if you balance fiber and protein and carb every day with your exercise regime, with your sleeping pattern, I promise you, you'll eat healthy and you will decrease the cortisols, the amount of cortisol stress that you have, and you really balance and recalibrate your hormone. It's actually amazing. Trust me, you gotta do it. So yes, we had lovely, lovely food. And at the table, we really got a chance to bond, and we really got a chance to talk about women's health and women's body. Because the truth is, that was my only goal, was to talk about women's health and women's body. I found that when I was researching for support around fibroid and things like womb health and PCOS and all these other issues, there was no communities. It was hard. 5 years I suffered with fibroid and I couldn't find people to help me. The doctors were useless because they're mostly white European doctors, so they don't really understand the difficulties of Black women. They really don't. Guys, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. Like, they tell us that from the age of 20 to 30 and 45 and 50, we're all bound to have fibroid. Like, we're all doomed. And the only solution for most of us is a hysterectomy, which means you don't get to have kids. You don't have a choice. That's what the majority of the doctors, white European doctors I've worked with, have told me, have encouraged me to do. Even when I was younger at my healthiest, they were encouraging me to do a hysterectomy. They were telling me I'm more likely, especially that I'm 38, 39, 40, to have a hysterectomy. And that would be the end of everything. But when you have a hysterectomy, you go straight into menopause. Why would you want to go straight into menopause when you're like 25 or 35 and not have the opportunity to have kids? If you want kids, which I personally want kids, and I'm going to have kids one way or the other, but it's my choice, you know? So we really got to have this opportunity to have this kind of conversation and to talk about healing, and also just to talk about what the ladies wanted. They wanted connections. They really wanted that opportunity to make friends. They felt quite isolated and lonely. And that's really something that I really enjoyed when we talked about these things. So we had that. And we talked about lots of different things, lots of things that they would love to see in the future. And that was awesome. I really appreciate it. I appreciated that from all of them. And I realized that, like, what I'm doing is really, really needed. Like, it's absolutely, absolutely needed. Like, both wellness and luxury health services can be accessible to as many people as possible. And this event has kind of made me realize that in that way. So in a sense, I had quite a lot of experience in that way. So what was the other thing? I've got my notes. So I'm just checking what I need to say as well. I've really started to think about how I want to do the next one and how I want other women who might not be able to afford certain things to be able to try different aspects of Skate and Matcha. And yesterday, it really, really got me thinking. Really, 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 really got me thinking. Okay, so Sister Saf. Oh, what helps with pre-building skills before getting skills? Oh, but getting skates. What helps with pre-building? Okay, so what helps with pre-building skills before getting skates is balancing exercise. So what you want to do is to do lots of balancing exercise. It's things like learning to work on the core, like your belly, standing on one leg, standing on the other leg, moving the balance on the weight of your body, shifting it from side to side. So you're shifting it from one side and you're shifting it to the other. You're shifting it from one side and you shift it to the other. That's what actually helps you to build the skills. The other thing that helps you to build the skills to become a better, confident skater is your mind. Yep, your mind is the next thing that helps you to become a better skater. How? Let me explain. So have you ever seen have you ever watched a cartoon on TV when you see like a scaredy cat or an animal that's really scared, the character's scared, and he's like literally trembling, and everything in his body is trembling, and the reason why that person is trembling this way is because it gets so bad that you're so scared in your mind that your nervous system is reacting to your body, and your legs and the rest of your body is literally shaking. Now, Majority of the time, we feel that when we're doing activities, but it happens, but we don't really feel it. If you're skating and you lose control of your nervous system and you're thinking that I'm going to fall, your body is going to respond automatically. You're going to feel your legs shaking. You're going to feel your legs like this, literally shaking. And that's why it's really important to speak to your mind. I feel like I'm preaching for the Christians in the room, for the church people. Speak to your mind. You have to speak to your mind. I'm not joking. You've got to make your mind believe that you can do it. And I say to, for example, when I train and coach skating to some of my students, I say, trust your body, trust your mind. I trust my body, I trust my mind. I trust my body, I trust my mind. Those two work together, because when you trust your body, your mind will connect. When you trust your mind, your body will connect, and it will show. So yes, do the balancing exercise, literally moving the weight side to side, but also here. You got to change your thinking, because that's the only way it's going to become better. Yeah. All right. So here's where some of the complications I had from the event. So as I said, I was running out of skates. I had a system of borrowing skates from some of the people that I knew. And I really wasn't sure if I was going to get all the skates on time. And at the last minute, I thought to myself, let me speak to someone that actually owns a skating park and I can borrow the skates from. And I got the skates. They owed me a favor, so I got the skates. I had a rain happen the day before. But as I said, the venues were taking the piss. Okay? The venue took the actual piss, and if you see me working for them again, I don't know. That's all I have to say. They tried to charge me 4,000 CDs for food that I did not order, and I had to push back. And it's a horrible feeling, because when you're trying to collaborate with people and you're working with them, you have to realize something, yeah? People remember how you make them feel. Not what you do, but how you make them feel. If you make them feel bad, like when my attendees came yesterday, if I disrespected them and made them feel bad, like my whole reputation is at work. It doesn't matter how good I am. It doesn't matter how many followers I am. But if I stink, if I'm terrible with customer service and reputation, everybody's going to know that. Now, I'm not being a hypocrite, because what you see is what you get. If I don't like you, all you get from me is hello and goodbye. I'm not here to insult people, but all you get is hello and goodbye. But if you keep pushing me, I will tell you the truth. So venue was a piece of work. I literally marketed everything by myself. And this was supposed to be a collaboration. I marketed the whole thing by myself. Everyone that came because I brought them there. They went into my Instagram. They went to my WhatsApp. They went on my TikTok. They went on every single platform that I had. And that's why they came. I went into groups. I DM'd people. I had conversations with people. That's why people came. No one's going to ever tell you that the venue did anything, because they didn't. So that's all I have to say about the venues. Next, because wonderful things happen. We had some wonderful feedbacks. Absolutely wonderful feedbacks, guys. I'm going to play the video again for you guys to have a look. I'm so excited because we got to, I had a small crew. I got a friend who's a photographer to help out. I got some of my friends who are videographers to come through. And I also hired a drone pilot to take the videos. So the rest, when the videos come out, you guys are just going to be like, wow. It's amazing. But yeah, it's been an experience. One of the things that I originally wanted to do was have a 3-tier fee for everybody. So having a payment for people who want to just come and skate, having a payment for maybe people who want to come and swim and skate, and then having another package for people that want to do everything all together, and even the speaking and wellness conversation and talks. And the more I looked at everything that happened yesterday, the more my mind is pushing me into that direction. And also listening to what a lot of the people said, the reviews that I had yesterday, it's really making me realize, observing people, watching people, that's really where things are going to go. And that's where we're going. Yeah. So we want to I really believe in building a space that's wellness for people, and that's also accessible, even though it feels like luxury, but it should be accessible to as many people as possible. Yeah, that's the thing I love. The bigger picture, I'm not going to tell everything, but I'm just going to give you just a brief idea. So the bigger picture is that I would love to do a monthly Skate and Matcha event, because I can see that everybody's like, oh yeah, we're waiting for part 2. When you watch the reviews I'm going to be posting very soon, you'll see that people are like, my TV event was great. We want to see part 2. This is only the first edition. We want to see a monthly event that's going to include part 2. So part 2 is where it's going to be at. So if we're able to do that, it's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm looking for sponsors at the moment. I've already had conversation with sponsors before the event, and I thought I would have had sponsors for the skates. So having actually a skates scheme which is really affordable, or where people donate what they can or pay something so it goes towards a contribution for the program. But yes, it didn't come on time, but I'm having conversation with sponsors, and I'm really looking at getting sponsors on board to help us out with those things. So if you guys know any sponsors, you have any ideas, you know who I need to talk to, and also if you know a venue that we could use for our next event, I need you, my community, to go out there and send it through. I've already got some fantastic ideas from Sister Diane, to do a cool event. We're not going to tell you the name yet. You'll just have to find out. But we've got some fantastic ideas. I really absolutely love your feedback. Love your feedback. So I appreciate you. I was also really moved with the people that came to help, the people that came to contribute and said, Matty, let me come and interview you. Matty, let me come and promote you. And it really moved my heart. Like, it really moved my heart. So from the monthly Skates and Matcha events, we want to have like more like retreats, maybe people coming from the UK, the US, because I already have friends in the UK that are very interested, but then we have the US connection. We've got diasporas from other places in the world, and anyone else that wants to do something in this kind of thing. So we want to be able to have that. We want to be able to have bigger events that are global, you name it. And the other thing that I'm really need to build at the moment is I'm trying to build a community of between 500 and 1,000 skaters, names worldwide, in the next 6 to 8 months, basically. Oh my God, the challenge is real. And the reason being is because I know that this type of event exists in different parts of the world. And it's the first of its kind in Ghana, maybe the first of its kind in Africa. I don't know. I didn't check, but I definitely know that we're the first of our kind in Ghana. So I know it's needed, and I know it's possible, and I know it will build that sisterhood, because Skate and Matcha is first and foremost for women first. Men are welcome, but we really push like empowering and building confidence in women. So that's the number one thing. So yeah, guys, I can't believe it. Just like, I really can't believe this all happened. Today I just made the time to rest. I needed to digest because I was tired. I think I came back I was at the event. I was at the venue from 8:45 in the morning, and I left at, I think it was like 11 o'clock. I came back home at 11 o'clock at night. So I was super tired and I really needed to rest. And you know what? I just know that God's got my back here, because today it started raining again. Well, you guys, you guys are in Ghana. You know what I'm talking about. So Friday it rained. Friday I was praying with my friend Amma. She's gonna watch this. We were praying. I was like, Amma, we need to pray that the rain will stop, yeah? Because there's no way this rain is gonna happen tomorrow, Saturday, where my event is happening. Let's pray and ask God now that rain needs to stop. Please, God, please, Lord, put the rain on hold until the event finishes. Today, guys, it was raining hard. I think it was 4 p.m. Let me know in the comments if you're living in Ghana, if you saw the rain. 4 p.m. the rain started. So we thank God, because that was like the biggest miracle that happened yesterday. Like, the rain stopped literally for us. So we're really grateful for that. So here's the thing. What I would love you guys to do, if you are interested in seeing more of the Skate and Matcha events, if you'd like to come to Ghana and experience this, or even if you'd like me to bring it to, I don't know, Congo, Japan, China, you name it, Portugal, please let me know. But we want to start on the continent, because I'm really passionate about Africa. I'm Bantu first. I'm Congolese. Yes, I'm from the UK, but I'm Bantu first. And my dad inspired me to build skills in Africa and build people. And that's exactly what I want to do. So if you guys want to come to Africa, you want to come to Ghana and experience this amazing wellness event, let me know in the comments, and make sure you come back later. I'm going to put the Google form where you can put down your interest for the future events. If you're living in the US, in the UK, in France, if you're living in South Africa, any part of the world, and you want to come to Skate and Matcha, Accra, Ghana, make sure that you put your interest. You'll need to put your name, your email, what part of the world you're from, and then I'll be able to start seeing exactly how far I need to plan for you guys to come to the event. And bring guests, and bring ideas. I'd love to know your actual ideas. If you have any ideas, you don't have to put the comments if you're not sure putting it there. You can also just message me. You can, if you know me, I'm on Instagram, same name, Mati Mensende. TikTok, same name. Yeah, I'm everywhere. LinkedIn, same name. So send me a DM, send me a message there, or leave a comment on what you would love to see happening for Skate and Matcha. And let's make it work. Wait, someone said something. So, wow, that is Elijah level prayer. That ultra rain for a day. Yes, Safa. That is 100%. That is Elijah level prayer. Yeah. I was reading my Bible and I was like, wow, I'm asking God to stop the rain. That's a bold move, man. That is a bold move. That's a bold move. Yeah. So it was really, really bold. So guys, I would love to know if there's anything else that you would love to see us Skate and Matcha, any interest. And please share this video with another woman who wants to build wellness, who wants to do skating, who wants to build confidence, and that wants to build a sisterhood and grow. Okay, guys, that's it for today. This is my No Shrinking Diary live stream videos. I promised my friend that I was going to be doing it regularly to keep them up to date and show them what's going on as my growth and my journey. I was doing it as pre-recorded, but I'm going to aim to do live streams at least once a week so you guys can see what's happening. So make sure you tune in with me on Sunday evening and I'll keep you up to date. All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you and wish you a wonderful evening. My name is Matili Sikamin Sende, also known as the Sunshine CEO. Have a wonderful night.